I just don't believe that the universe puts a dream in you to then say, oh, whoops, sorry, that's not going to happen. It's we get in the way with our doubt and our fear and listening to other people and letting that Debbie Downer voice think it's real because we don't know how it's going to unfold. You got a dream that you are tempted to shelve because you think your window of time has passed. Well, I've got help for you today. My name is Julie Ann Lee. I am a certified transformation and mindset coach. Been doing this over 20 years now. And I was just leaving a voice note for a member on the Allow app. She has the Pro Allow membership. And she had left me a message saying that the Debbie Downer voice was speaking quite loudly to her today and telling her that being in her 40s, it's just too late for her. Her time has passed. She's an artist and she doesn't know how it will work. She has a job that she goes towards, a paying gig that is not, doesn't really speak to who she is and what her dreams are. And it was really interesting to hear the stories we tell ourselves. We can take a lot of time and really get into the nuances of why things are not going to work. And in my experience as a coach, it's usually because we want to know how it's going to work out. So if we don't know how it's going to work out, then we go with the excuse and we call it an excuse. We go with the excuse of giving up and we give up and we can then be, oh, well, it didn't work out for us. And we can live in that energy if we choose. However, if you are on this spiritual path and you are putting spiritual principles into practice, like many of my clients are, then you will get a response from me that is something like, you're amazing and you're fantastic. And the how is absolutely none of your business. So much so that you're fired. You are not allowed to figure out. The how is the universe's job. The only purpose of your reasoning mind is to help you imagine what it would feel like to have what you say you're having. So with this particular member who had called up about, doubting whether she could be an artist and making a living at that, my direction to her was, okay, 1, you're fired. 2, okay, if you woke up today and you are living as that version of yourself that is the artist you want to be, what would you be thinking? What would you be feeling? And what would you be doing? Because we get what we attract, not what we want. We get what we are. So if we are wanting something, we're wanting to be an artist per se, then we're basically vibrating from a negative standpoint. It's a yes universe. The universe has no judgment. It's sort of like, what? Do you really want to do that? Because you say you want to be an artist, but, you're kind of not vibing at that. You're sort of putting out the I'm not an artist, I'm not an artist, I'm not an artist vibe. And I just say yes. It doesn't judge. The universe just says yes. So you need to vibrate and match to that. So that would be really connecting with what the feeling is that would be being an artist today. And the easiest way to do that is to try it on, right? If I am an artist today and your head's going to be like, but you're not an artist. In my 3D reality, that's not happening. And I'm saying to you, we're using your imagination. The ultimate thing that I want you to connect with is I only want you to connect with how it feels. How it feels elicits your experiences in the world. That's what attracts ideas that will come up and rise up from you, inspired actions. That's what will draw things to you. And that's what you have complete power over. You have complete power over how you feel. So do not give that away. Protect that at all costs. So my advice to go, repeating myself a little bit, is wake up and like, okay, what would I be doing today if I was living that dream? How would I be feeling? What would I be thinking? What would I be talking to about people? You are a completely different person. I'll go through another extreme as an example, because in these times, abundance and wealth is a concern for many. And it dictates how you move through the world. It takes everything. It takes how you are as a mother. It takes how you go to the supermarket. It's how you react to the world, because it's like this underlying, basically, fear of you not going to get what you want. But if you woke up in the morning and you did have $1 million in your bank account, wouldn't that be lovely? What would you be doing? What would you be thinking about? How would you be feeling? And the practice is, because this is a practice, this is an allow practice. It's part of the allow method that I teach in my coaching, of allowing yourself to receive what the universe is dying to give us, but we keep getting in the way. Allow yourself to line up with what it is you want to receive. And the way you do that is by living and feeling as if you already are it. We get so used to wanting, we're wanting all the time, but we're not practicing having. So we're really out of alignment with this version of ourselves that we want to be living as, where our dreams come true. And I just don't believe that the universe puts a dream in you to then say, oh, whoops, sorry, that's not going to happen. It's we get in the way with our doubt and our fear and listening to other people and letting that Debbie Downer voice think it's real, because we don't know how it's going to unfold. And the truth of the matter is, for you to know how something's going to work out, you would pretty much have to know what everyone on the planet's doing, because everything affects everything. So for you to know how something's going to happen, it just sort of actually takes all the fun out of it. Take that load off your shoulders. Let the universe take care of the how. Your job is only to perceive, receive, and conjure with your mind, your imagination, how you feel, and just have fun with it. This whole process is supposed to be fun. And when we're co-creating with the universe, it's about watching the whole film unfold of our lives. We're participating, we're co-creating, but we're not the director anymore. We're being led, and we're relying on the universe to lead us. And so I just want to leave you with this thought and this practice to take away with you today, is to, and I actually told this particular member, I'm like, set your alarm on your phone. A lot of the times you can label your alarm and remind yourself throughout the day to feel as the version of you who has their dreams, whatever that dream is. If your dream is to be in a relationship, if your dream is to write a book, if your dream is to paint, if your dream is to whatever it is, already be in that having state. And that is how you get the ideas. You're co-creating with the universe. You get into action. And then all of a sudden, things start to move. Things start to shift. But you know what the real gift is? The real gift is, from the moment you connect with the feeling, even when it's not in your 3D reality, you're already feeling the joy of having. So you get to enjoy the whole process unfolding from day one, as opposed to sweating and fretting and trying to figure it all out. And, oh my goodness, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. How's this going to work out? This didn't go right. You just get to enjoy it all through the whole through line, not just at the end when you actually receive the experience. That's the cherry on top. That's it. And that lasts all about maybe 30 seconds. And then another desire is right within you. So I really invite you to have fun with this. If this spoke to you today, it'd be great for you to subscribe, maybe turn on the notifications. If you need some extra tools, I have an Allow by Julianne, which was where this particular member direct messaged me through the Pro Allow membership. And I'm setting up a couple of journals that you can do in the morning and in the evening that actually give you the few questions that you repeat every day, the morning vision journal, the night revision journal, to keep you in this having state and living as a version of yourself who already has the life that you say you want. Okay, stay in your power and enjoy your day.